Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to walk you through how I manage my time and energy to complete tasks, get results, do things. There's a couple concepts and ideas that I want to walk you through that I think will be super helpful and valuable and you can take away and implement right away. And the first one being is starting with recovery. So most people, when they think about recovery, and when I say recovery, I mean like exercise, sleep, nutrition. Most people think about those things as like an afterthought. Most busy people will reason to themselves that they don't have time to exercise or time to get proper sleep or even time to work on their nutrition. My argument is that I think that it's super beneficial to start with those things, meaning get those things in a good place before you try to max out your work capacity as far as like even working on business things or work things, or even having like a person who has multiple projects and jobs at the same time. I would argue that it's more beneficial to max out the recovery first, get that in a good place before you try to max yourself out and spread yourself thin on the work side, and then try to make up for it after and try to recover after. I've tried the working at capacity, not having recovery in a good place, like physical health, mental health, whatever that means to you. For me, it's a simple, mental health can be as simple as just like having some time to think about the things that I'm doing, some time to get good sleep, and some time to train on a consistent basis. If I lock those things in, my mental health is pretty much in a good place. So it's just the first point is kind of, urging everybody to start with recovery and then max out the other stuff. The second thing that I think would be super valuable for people to do once they get that recovery in place is just think about the biggest constraints and the biggest problems and start working on the solutions to those. Oftentimes, I think that we get stuck in a loop working on problems that we already know how to solve. And the issue with that is that those problems, since we already know how to solve them and we already consistently solve them, I don't think they're going to get us anywhere new, right? You keep doing the same thing, you're not necessarily going to get different results. So something that I'm constantly reminding myself of now, this year in 2025, is think about the biggest constraints that I have and working on the solutions to those. In that vein, there are tasks that you need to complete to work on as it relates to working on the biggest problems. For me, something that's been super valuable is planning those tasks and working on one task at a time. So let's say you've identified the biggest problem that you have. Maybe it's a problem in your business, maybe it's a problem in your fitness, maybe you want to start getting yourself healthy. You can actionize those solutions and create tasks for them. And my argument in the third step here is just planning your life and working on one thing at a time. When you're working on those tasks, it's going to be super useful for you. Using something like a calendar and using time blocking to time block your tasks and appointments. It just holds you accountable to doing the things you were going to say that you're going to do. And you can get real-time feedback as far as like the procrastination or any uncomfortable emotions that you have to deal with when it comes down to dealing with those emotions at the time that you're going to do those tasks. For example, sitting down to record this video, there are some certain emotions that I have to deal with, but I'm running through them, and I would only become aware of those emotions when I sit down to record this video, because I've given myself this time in this moment to sit down and record it. So just making sure that you have time to do the tasks that you are giving to yourself to solve the biggest problems in your life is something huge. Using a calendar, using a to-do list, and combining those two things, right? Like a master task list and a calendar. And then the fourth or fifth concept, I'm not sure where we're at, but it's to study yourself, right? Run experiments on your life. Use that data as feedback. Something that I'm recently doing now is actually tracking my time and looking at where everything goes, just to see what I can optimize and kind of cut out what's not working. But I encourage you to study yourself, right? Become an observer of your life, of the application that you dedicate to your skills. Something that I'm doing, and I think that it's something that'll be valuable for you too. So hope this video helps. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And I will be back with more videos like this once or twice a week. Thanks.